So that's it. Thank you.
squaring up, pause for a second, then you're sliding again. You good with that? Right where you count there, slide through there. 2v2. Okay. Let's just go through this real quick. So 2v2 we got. We'll go 2v2. Sorry, 1v there. 1v1 slide. 1v1 but we're fine with. Now we got on the ball. Yep, forcing sideline. This is the spot that I want to focus on right here. He went from the ball went from the middle to the outside, right? So this guy, he's going to turn. He's going to sprint halfway to the middle of the court. Where now he can roll the ball and right? So now again, offense, you're taking a few dribbles. You're going to dribble sideline. Defender, you're cutting them off. Great. Gap out. Okay, move the ball. That's fine. Get back to the gap. Swing. Up dribble. Swing. That's good. Sprint to the middle. Sprint to the middle. Good. Right? And you're going all the way down. You okay with this? Okay, so because we got 9, you guys are going to go all the way down, and you're going to come all the way back. The next 3, depending on time, I'll leave that up to the finish. You 3 might be out. Or whatever 3 are out. Okay? Otherwise, it might be all right. guarding the ball, right? So you got to forcing each sideline first. As soon as that ball gets fettled, you're going to jump to that pass, so you're in the gap now. Collecting right there. Now we're cutting, right? Never get face cut, so you're walking it down, good. We're going away. Gap now. You get to try to get to the gap first. Okay, let's go one more time. Good. Yeah, pass, jump, good. Get down, good. Keep hold, perfect. Back up. Yeah, get there. Good, just like that. That was perfect run right there. So you probably get a lot of guys to do that. Close up. The first one that we had, close up, you have 4 guys outside. You got 4 guys inside. 4 guys outside.
5 pepperoni, 5 sausage, or let's do 4 cheese. Does that make sense?
Yep.
get started here with our WBCA Youth Clinic. And I just want to thank all of you that are here in attendance for coming out. I think this will be a great thing. It's our first year bringing this back, and I think it's been maybe 15 years since we've had the WBCA Youth Clinics. And we're excited to have them all over the state today. They have them up in Neenah and Stevens Point. Cross Central had theirs on Wednesday, and the Oregon High School in Madison as well. And so, like I said, we're excited to host here in Oconomowoc. We have 3 speakers today. I'm going to start with defense. We got Coach Rickard over here. We'll be talking about some offense and some skill breakdown stuff. And then Mike Kimmons from Fort Atkinson will be doing some shooting at the end for the last speaker today. Again, if you have questions, feel free to ask at the end. We'll go for about 40 minutes, and we'll take it from there. So, if you didn't get one of my handouts here, this is kind of going to show you or walk through what we're doing today. And I'm just going to be walking around talking, and my coaches are going to get you guys in on the drills. So, hopefully in 40 minutes, we can show you a lot of things that you might be able to use with your youth teams and with your program. And so, typically, you can start with just a strategy, do some of your prevention work. These guys are already doing so just to get them right into it. Our first warm-up here for defense is just a one-on-one pivot drill. We use this for offense and defense. We use this for offense and defense. We're working on 50 things so you can keep the ball high on the offensive side of things. But defensively, we want to be showing our hands. We want to have keep it in the stance. You'll see these guys kind of nearing the ball as they work it out. And again, it's a lot for us. It's not the defensive drills. It's offense. We're going to ball up. So like I said, defensively, we don't want to follow. We're going to stance, pop it back, and just see low, probably when they get the ball to their best and contest the ball. So this is a great way to warm up some footwork and kind of get you loose. Alright. That's good. Well, okay, here we go. We're going to head down to the ends here. We'll put the basketballs down. Again, I'm talking on defense today. This is stuff we do with our varsity. We do this in our game with our varsity or community on the weekends we can. It's a build-up of the most basic things you can do, from slides here and our footwork with slides, all the way up to some transition defense we'll finish with today. You guys see these guys get their hands out, they're showing their hands big, get their butt down, great stances. We're just sliding, we're touching, we're getting loose, getting our hips moving, hitting the corners, hitting the elbows. And then we make it cross under, we're going to give each other high fives, we're going to try to get some energy going, right guys? We're going to get our energy up, get it going. Alright, so good job. From the back here, slides again, we want to show our hands, we want to be good with our hands, get in the habit of showing those hands big so we don't get fouls and reaching in and having our hands in on the ball handle when we're sliding guard. Okay? Crossing over, we're going to get those high fives, get our energy up. Second time through, these are slide to sprint. What we're simulating is we're sliding the hand guy, he beats us, we're going to kind of want to square up, get ready to take a charge right here. We're going to square ball up, take the charge right here. Good, that's a nice shot. So we slide on the first segment, then it's a sprint, up the sideline. We want to show our hands big, take on that chest with the charge here. So, good, square up, good, nice shot. And one thing you'll see as we go through these drills is a progression. Right now there's no offense, we're just sliding without offense, so we're getting our footwork down. We're working on staying low, sliding our feet, showing our hands, and cutting things off. Next up, we're going one-on-one full, so now they're going to add the ball handler in. We have to remind our youth kids, we worked these guys out the other day to go through this with them, but we got to remind them it's not about the offense, and I think you'll find that youth coaches especially, your offensive guys with the ball in their hands want to try to go by right away and just run by them. That's not helping our defense get better. We want them to be, competitive with it, but we also don't want them just in first spot. We want them to work, make their teammates work on their stance, make them work on their footwork, and then we want them to do those feet no reach, right? Get the spot. And this is where, again, we're putting together the slides we just did. Now we're sliding, beating the ball handlers, getting big with our chest, showing our hands. As the ball handler moves by. So bring it back here, guys. Come on, next other guys up, right? Other guys up. Here we go. Yep, that's it. Good job, Cole. Good job. Show your hands, Cole. Sit down. Show your hands. Sit down. Good job. We'll talk about too when the ball switches. We want that drag hand in here to take away the crossover. The other hand is out. Drag hands on the back end of the knee. guarding Cole here. Again, if I want Cole to go this way, I start out one second here. I want to get in a stance where I can touch Cole's hip. I got my drag hand around his kneecap so he can't come back here. My other hand is showing up here. So as Cole starts to dribble, go ahead, Cole. I'm going to beat him to this spot, wall him up to my chest, and now he's going back the other way. Now my drag hand is back here, and we're working this. And again, we try to slow it down with our older kids, and we hope our youth kids too just slow down a little bit. These guys are a little fast in that drill, and really focus on that hand placement, the footwork. Because the more we do it daily, it becomes that habit. And that when you're in a game, now you're not thinking about it. That's your stance when you're guarding the ball. You get used to it. And like I said, this is kind of how we build up into this. Next drill, we go 2-on-2 full now. So we just did 1-on-1 full. Now we're going 2-on-2. Some key things that we use for teaching in here. Luke's got the ball right now, so Andrew's going to get this jab. Remember, Andrew's going to get this. We call it a closed stance. So we want this front foot closest to the ball. We want our hand in here. He's got his hips kind of turned so he can now see ball and man. And the thing that we talk about with this is Andrew should be belly button to belly button with his guy. That's kind of the stance we want, is belly button to belly button. So if they do kick it to across here, go ahead and throw it across. He can get a good close-out high shoulder right into the stance that we want to work on as we steer it to the sideline again. In our program, we steer sideline and baseline. I know some of you, if you teach pack line, just flip your footwork. You know what I mean? Just flip your footwork. You're going to force them the other way. And the other thing that we talk a lot about with our guys is, you know, when I close this out like Andrew just did, he wants to think about if I do a line across the top of his toes right now, that's telling you where the dribbler can go. Okay? This is going to tell this guy, yep, you go there. If Andrew was way open like this, look at where his toes are telling him to go, straight at the rim, straight at the floor. So we want to close this down, make it so that line would point into the sideline. Okay, we see Eric's back in his gap here, close stance. And we're just going to play catch back and forth. Again, it's not about the offense in this part of the drill. We don't want them running past the defender and getting catches way down the floor. We want them to have to work the defense, but it's more about the defense. Okay? Hey guys, I want to hear you talking, all right? Ball and gap right now. Right, here we go, both sides. Let's go. Good job. Yeah, back in front. Back in front. Good. Good. That's it. Get the gap, Andrew. Get that gap, Andrew. Good job. Sit in that gap. Nice job. Sit down. That's it. We're going to have to man. You take deflections. Good job. Sit in that gap, Andrew. Good job, Andrew. Good. Good job. Good job. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Good. Hands. Show your hands. Show your hands. Corners. Go. Go. Good job. Come back. Sit down. Get that gap. Get that gap. Nice job. All the way through. Finish the end. Finish the end here. Good job. Good job. All right. We're all the way in. All right. So again, that's our 2-on-2. We would go down, and now they would switch over and bring the other group back. Just for sake of time, I'm going to go right on to our next one here. It's 3-on-3. And again, like I said, everything's a build-up. When you're guarding the ball, it's just like 1-on-1 was going, like we were doing 1-on-1. Now 2-on-2. Now we're going to have another person, and we're going 3-on-3. Some key things that we teach with this: when the ball's in the middle of the floor, we got that close stance, right, Cole? We got that foot in, we got our hand in, we're ready to play belly button over here. He's got his gap right now. We got ball. Typically, late would be looking at a scouting report with our older kids. For youth, you maybe wouldn't have that. But he's, okay, this kid's right-handed, I want to force him left. You know, so he's going to get a stance that makes him use his left hand, or, you know, whatever it might be that way. Here we got a close stance, we got gap right in the back side here, okay? As they go up, this ball is going to move, obviously, to the wings. Now we've added that help defender. Before, when it was 2-on-2, you just had ball and gap. So we're just jumping ball and gap, really working on getting off our man, getting in the gap, guarding the ball with effort, right? Now we got to get to the help side. So like when the ball goes into Ethan right now, let's throw it over there, everybody's moving. We're going to guard Cole. You got gaps, everything. Luke's got to get all the way to this help, okay? And one thing that we talk about is never bad to sit back where I can see both, and I can point my fingers and see my way on the ball. If he's too far up here, he's not putting himself in a tough spot where he's going to have to turn and run to go find that guy if he goes down the court. So Luke's going to get to this help, he's going to point, he's going to see both, and he's going to sit down in a good stance right here in the middle. And then the last piece with this that we really emphasize, Luke, come on back with me. Okay, Luke was in this close stance. He saw the ball go away. He's going to open up and sprint to the spot he wants to get to and then sit back down. Okay? This is probably the biggest thing we see at the youth level that's a huge mistake is when they go to get to the help side, how many of you see kids that this is their movement? They just kind of shuffle in, and now they sit here. We feel like that's slow. That's the slowest way to get to that spot. If we know that it's going away from us, it doesn't hurt us to turn, run, sit back down, and find our man now in a good spot here. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, 3 on 3 coming up. Hey, guys, we got ball gap and help now. Ball gap and help. Stop. Good, no middle. Come on, Cole, no middle. Good, right there. Move your feet. Good. Get that help. Get that help. Good. Okay, go. Good job. Drop in. Good. Yep. Nice shot. Good work. Hands up. Good. Get in. Get in. Yep. Good sit. Nice shot. Yep. Guard leg. Good. Good job. Yep. Nice. Good there. Good. And right at the end there, where I love Cole is you were the help. They skipped it, right? What'd you have to do to get out to them? You had to sprint to them, right? You had to sprint into a good closeout. Again, if we're in that help side and you skip it over, we should be sprinting. In our defense, we sprint to that high shoulder and force back side. Okay? Let's go one more trip down. Flip it over. Give me a new group on deep. One thing you'll notice with this drill, for those of you that are watching these guys, the offense stays in 3 lanes here. The offense isn't running all over the place. So you coaches, pay special attention to that. This isn't like this guy on this side of the offense isn't just cutting through to the other side. We want to stay in 3 lanes. We want to be outside middle and then the other side here. Just kind of splitting the court into thirds. And again, it's a defensive drill, but it's working on position. Get to the gaps, get to the help. Sit in those areas, okay? Good, coach. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay? I'm going to let them get organized here on this next one as you're looking with us here. The next 2 drills that we have, jump to the ball side, help side. These are, again, breakdown drills that help us to build up the foundation of our defense, how we want each kid to be playing when the ball moves. And that's really the key thing in my mind. If we're going to build defense at the youth level or high school level, you have to be moving with the balls in the air. You have to get to that next spot. And the better that our older kids have been about really sprinting and hustling to that next spot so they're there on the catch. We use that terminology a lot. Be there on the catch. Get there on the catch. So we can contest the ball. We're going to see these guys. This is ball side, help side right here. Okay? So Luke is guarding the wing. We're guarding the 2 wings right now. Top 2 guys here are not being guarded. These guys are not being guarded. They're just passers. That's it. We can slow it down, especially for our lower levels. As a coach, I would tell the kids when to pass at the lowest levels. 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Okay, let's pass now. And you make them move to the next spot and get in their spot. Okay, pass again. Now we make them move again and make sure they get to the right spot with the right stance. These guys are 8th graders here. You know, they did this drill with us this week, so they know what they're doing. They should be able to move the ball on their own without us telling them right now. Okay? Biggest thing that we need to hear from you guys, we need to hear gap and help, right? These guys are gap and help. Key teaching points. We got gap right here. Again, look at Ethan, got a nice close stance. He's got belly button to belly button. So when this pass comes in, it makes his closeout a lot easier. He's coming right at that shoulder to force him here. And then go back to Leighton, you guys. This guy's guarding backside. We call this a flat triangle with our guys. So you're using terminology. We call it a flat triangle. It's here. He's able to see his man with the ball. Again, he's got a nice close stance. He's not quite belly button to belly button. That would be, I think, a little bit harder stance to be in here. But he could, you know, if he was a kid that maybe that kid's a really good shooter, we might work on this being a little more of a belly button to belly button stance. But we're going to give him a closeout right here on that reverse the front skip. More advanced for our 7th and 8th grade teams. Have your guys work on skipping the ball around. Skipping it from that side all the way to that side. So this guy has to sprint from the help up to that closeout. Or from Leighton here, skipping it all the way to Luke, so he has to get from that flat triangle all the way over. I think those are things that you see in games a little more with our older kids because they're strong enough to make those passes, right? At the lower levels, like I said, I would just slow this thing down. You guys can go ahead. I would slow this thing down and say, okay, one pass at a time. Let's get to that next spot. Let's sit in the right gaps. Let's talk. You know? And really with our program, this this is an energy thing for our older kids. Like they love talking and getting excited and playing D, and we need to get, get our energy level. We need to get that cycle going as well. Good job. All right, please, coach. Let's go right on to jump to the ball here. Jump to the ball, guys. Both sides. Go both sides on this one. Both sides. No, both sides of the floor. Right side, left side. Yeah, just have it go like halfway across. Right? You just want to show one side? Just show one side. Okay, that's fine. All right, our next one here. This next one is jump to the ball. We just flipped the order there on that one. Next one is jump to the ball. Again, these are all build-up drills that will eventually play into our shell drill later on in some of our team defense as we get up to it here. We notice right away we're guarding the ball. We're going to get up in that stance. Think about what we've been teaching here so far. We started one-on-one full, right, with this stance, where your toes telling to go right now. Okay, I'm going to bring this one up just a little bit. There you go. He should have that backhand on his kneecap or on his hip here. He should be able to touch there. He's forcing to the side. He's got his other hand out active here. Okay? So he's in a great stance, the stance we wanted him to start that full court drill one-on-one. Now we're using that stance to get him into the half court guarding the ball here. Layton's going to give the ball up to Ethan here. We're going to jump all the way across. Notice his stance when he jumped in. What did he do right away? He flipped his feet. He got that close stance, belly button, belly button. Can you see Layton right now? You can see Layton, right? Think about this for those of you that are like visualizing why we would do this as a breakdown drill. If a kid's guarding Ethan right now, how would they be guarding? They would be guarding here in our defense. Hand on hip and forcing to the baseline. So we don't mind him being in a close stance in this gap, either denying this pass and being ready to get back to it. The other thing it allows you to do, in our opinion, because he's chest with him or belly button to belly button, Layton's going to make a cut here, and we tell our guys to make sure you get a body on him. You're going to get a forearm into him or get a body on him and check him so they don't get a clean cut straight to the rim. So that's why if he's in this stance, let me just take your spot real quick. And I see Layton start to cut. I'm backing in here, but I'm going to get a quick check and slow him up and make him push me all the way into the post defense help on this. Okay, so we're going to cut down in. I got your help now. I can see ball and man here. On the post, we front both sides like this in our defense. However you might do it with your teams, you can adjust this drill. Layton's going to go away. This is a big part where with our kids don't chase. Kids at the youth level and high school level too, to be honest with you. As soon as that kid starts going away, what do they want to do? They want to run over here and stand next to him, right? They want to guard him over here. We don't need to. The ball's over here, so we can take you to the block. We're helping to see both. He goes away, I'm staying here. I still got you. I got your help right here. Now when he starts coming back into this, again, I'm finding him, taking away this post, and he's going to shoot back up. Think about where I want to get to, though. A lot of kids, again, youth level, want to come guard him here because he cut back up here, right? We want to get in the gap. We want to recover to this gap right here with our hand in here. Now, if Ethan makes this pass and I miss it, we're readjusting our stance back to hand on the hip, forcing it back this way. Don't let your kids stay in this stance unless you're tackling like some of you might be. Then, like I said, adjust the drill for your defense. Show us how it's done here, all right? Let's go. There we go. Jump in, good. Come on, take it down to the hand. Yep, good. Nice shot. See both? Nice shot, man. Stance. Nice shot. Nice move. Let's rotate through. Max, wait, you jump into it. Good. See both, check it. No help set. Beat him up. Stance. Good. Then adjust your feet. Good flip of your feet there at the end. Nice job. Let's get a couple more, guys. Come on, jump in. See both. Come on, check him out on the lane. Be physical. Here you go. Come on. Stance. Good. Nice job. Good job. Next one. One more. Again, we just call this jump to the ball. Anytime in our defense that the ball moves, we all jump to the ball. Whether it's jumping in the gap, it's jumping to the help side, or sprinting to the help side, those are things that we want to show. And then, hey, there we go. And I'll tell you, I love that deflection. Thanks for doing that. We allow our guys to go get that steal. If this pass from the wing to the top is lazy or weak, we'll jump that and steal it. We want to take it to half court at least. So push it to half court and then start the drill next. At the game, we don't want to develop a bad habit in a defensive drill where I just get a steal and I flip it back to the coach. Why not attack the half court and stop there? At least that would be a little more realistic for it. So you can add things like that to this drill. We would work both sides as well. So we would flip to the left side and work this on both sides. All right? Good? Okay, we're moving on to the next one. Working on closeouts here next. You'll notice in our closeout part of this, I have 3 different closeouts that we'll show you today. The first one, this is just Missouri closeouts, and I'll tell you, I've been coaching varsity basketball for 17 years. This year will be my 17th, 21st year overall. You'll find the longer you do it, the more you steal from other people. And you find great ideas from other coaches, whether it's on Twitter or it's going to clinics or YouTube or whatever you can find. You find great drills. Dennis Gates, the head coach in Missouri, last year was his first year there. They do this as a warm-up closeout drill with their college guys at the University of Missouri. I love it because it gets a lot of people active. You're all working on closeouts. You get 4 guys that are active. We control it this way. We tell our offense on this side of the floor, you guys get 2 dribbles with your right hand. On this side of the floor, you get 2 dribbles with your left hand. And so we're working on a controlled closeout, high hand, contest, and now we're in a stance where we're going to slide and beat them and show our hands and take them out of their chest and beat them with 2 steps. We should run into each other because he's going 2 that way, you're going 2 this way, you guys are going that way, and we're working to get our defense. Those of you that are again a pack line defense, you can adjust this so they're taking dribbles to the middle if that's where you'd like them to go. All right, so let's go ahead and show you guys this is Missouri closeout stuff. Let's go. Really easy warm up, closeout. Go. Good. Yep, good job. Let's switch it up. Again, you'll notice this is not about offense. We're not taking shots on this. We're not taking shots. What we're looking at is we want to check the footwork out. Are they closing out? Are their feet telling them to go to the area of the floor we want them to go to? Okay. Max probably a little too straight there, right? Let them get straight down. We want to force them more to the side. This time. Let's go one more, guys. And like I said, we would rotate them through so they get both sides of the floor during this. For those of you that have youth teams that are 8 to 10 kids, I love this drill because you have a lot of kids doing stuff. You have a lot of kids moving. In my opinion, at the youth level, the less we have kids standing around, the better our practices are. The less we have kids standing in lines or one kid doing something while 8 others are watching, the better our practices can be. So this drill here, you got 8 guys going at once. We like it. We use it with our varsity guys as a warm-up closeout drill. Our next one, these would be our normal closeouts. These are what we would do normally. And this really brings in 2 parts. It brings in getting the positions in the gap, steering the dribbler to the baseline, and we talk to our guys about, hey, if you can take it yourself, because now we're adding the helper in, the baseline helper on these drives. Again, in our defense, we force baseline, so this guy is crucial right here. He's going to get up here, he's going to be this helper, he's talking to Andrew going, hey, I got your helper, Andrew, I'm here. Andrew's going to bring him right here. So we need to be ready to come over here and wall up and help. Now, if Andrew's really good at this drill, he won't need his help. You'll just stay right there, and Andrew will cut him off and wall up himself right here. And we do talk the terminology we use with Andrew on this drive, so throw it in, coach. If you got chances. I'm going to steer and take some dribbles. You get here, we want to wall up, we want to get our hands big, we want to have a big chest. And again, where did we work on this argument? Think about our second slide drill, the slide to sprint. When we sprinted to that sideline, what did we have the kids do? Step, shoulder hands, shoulder chest, wall up. It's the same thing Andrew's going to do when he steers him here and goes and beats him and shows his hands. Everything ties together at some point in the drills that we're showing you. Okay? So Andrew, you got ball right now, you got the help, you're going to steer, Max, you got his help if he needs it, right? If he needs it. Let's go ahead. Steer, 1, 2, wall, Andrew, big hands, good. Now he's next. Gap, good. You got gap here, good. Steer, good. Wall, back leg, gap. So Layton's going from help to the gap on the reversal. He's got himself, good. You want help. Hey, let's freeze for 1 second, coach. Remember, and I saw you do it too, both of you guys, you don't have to come and help if they don't need it. Right? Think about that. Like Layton, before, did you turn your back to come help a little bit there? Okay? If he comes and helps, what's he doing to his man right now? You're turning your head, you can't see your man, right? You're committing to coming and trapping or helping on that drive. So everybody else, we're going to show you rotations, but everybody else has to help you now. Think about it, Ethan doesn't have to come help. He can just stay here. Isn't he going to be quicker getting back to his man on a skip or on a kick out? And we do see that a lot, whether it's youth basketball or high school. If we're playing the defense we play, this guy drives the baseline, where are they going with the ball if we get it behind the backboard? Where's he going to throw it right now? Throw it right to Coach Porterfield in the corner. You're going to have to go get a good close-up. So again, if we can have this guy not have to help, that's great. We need to do your job with the ball here, right? Into this spot. Here we go. Back in. Go ahead. Steer. Ball up. Show your hands. Good. Back. Good. Show your hands. Good. Yeah, take yourself. Nice shot. Good, now you're good. Now we're ready. Now, for those of you setting this drill up with your practices, we always make sure this is a coach making the passes. They control how fast it gets reversed. They control the speed of the drill. And again, if we need to stop and correct it, we do. Don't just let them make the mistake. Stop and correct them. Make them do it right. And this is another one. Good energy. Get it out. Get it out of the drill. Good energy. Oh, Max, did you see both though? Max, did you see both right there? No, you gotta be able to see both, right? So sink to your hips so you can see both of them. Okay? You want me to get coach? Hug, Charlie, up there you go. Perfect, right there. So steering on the drill. Good. Show your hands. Good, that's it. Big link. That's better. Link, don't go. Sit down. Don't chase it. Good, now you're up. There you go. Good. Nice shot. Alright, let's freeze it. We're going to show you one other part of this drill. We just do it as a rotation drill because at the older levels, I would say for 7th and 8th grade probably, but also at the high school level, we see a lot of teams that they'll drive, like I said, hard and look to throw that skip pass to the backside because of how we help, because we get over the help. So we just kind of made this up on the fly. I'm sure other people do it, but we wanted to work on how to rotate corner. So in this drill, this is a straight rotational drill. Coach Fisher has the ball up top here. We got gap covered, right? We use gap. We have all 3 guys now are covering spots. So we have gap. What do you got here? What do you say? Gap, right? Gap, one pass away with gap. What do you got here, Eric? Helper. Yep, Eric's a helper right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to force a right side drive on this. You can also do this from the left side. We just mixed up from day to day. Once this goes in, Andrew's going to be guarding the ball and he's going to be forcing it down here. Eric's going to keep a good stance with his butt to the baseline so he can see his man in the ball. Again, go back to what we just talked about in that last one. If Andrew can do his job all by himself here, and Eric doesn't have to help, it's going to make us rotate much quicker on the back side of this, right? We're going to be able to rotate a lot quicker. And what we'll end up with here is this. If Eric has to help, he's going to come over, so start to drive. You know, Andrew's catching off. Eric's going to come and help. He's got beat there. All right, so we're going to trap right here. We're going to get big and trap. Anytime on a baseline drive, we work on our traps here. These guys aren't following. They're just getting big hands. They're going to make this pass really hard to make. Okay? What we see then is you have one guy guarding 2 on the back side. So we force, a lot of times we'll force our guys into this action where we have to help. And now we're at a disadvantage on the back side. Layton's got to make a pass to one or the other guy. So on the pass, when Layton throwing out, he's got the first closeout, he's got a nice shoulder, we're forcing that side, and Eric's got to be coming to the gap. And where are you going, Andrew? Where's the ball right now? No, you stay up there. Andrew, where are you going? Think about where the ball is, right? So Andrew becomes a helper now. And then the drill's done. So once we stop the ball here, force the skip pass, and they cover it up right, now the drill's done. What we will allow sometimes here with our older guys, Matt catches the ball and he kicks it quick to Ethan, and we just finish there with 1 extra pass so that we have him go guard the ball on a quick extra pass. All right, guys, let's go live on this here. Are you good with that? And again, this is just rotations. For those of you coaches that maybe go against some good post players on this, where teams put that post on the back side, we'll do that as well. Instead of putting the kid in the corner over here, we put them on the block and we'll show that to you as well. Good job. One more, guys. Let's go one more. Rotate him, coach. Rotate him. Rotate. Go one more. Yeah, go one more. Good, steer, make sure I'm big hands, be covered. Good, freeze. Alright. So we just wanted to show that to you guys taking a shot. We didn't show these guys this one the other day, so we're doing this on the fly with them right here. Great work, guys, alright? Hey, we're going to skip through. So the next one on our list there is shell drill, and most of you do a form of shell drill for your type of defense. We typically do a 4-out shell drill where we have those spots covered with the wing. We got a top, we got another top and a wing. And again, it just goes to what we've been teaching the whole time here as we built this up. Jump to the ball, get in the gap, get to the help, be active with hands, and that would be our shell drill. And then we will do a cutter as well. So they're setting up a different drill, so I'm just talking you through shell right now. But any pass from the top here, we're going to make it cut through, so we got to jump and guard a cutter. Everybody else just rotates. And like I said, most people already do a shell drill, so I feel like, you know what, I'm not going to waste your time going through our shell drill. It's pretty basic, it's pretty simple stuff. If you're not sure what a shell drill is, I would ask your high school coaches and youth directors on that one as we go through. And then the other thing that we look at with shell drills, we'll do some down screen action, how to beat screens. We want to always be working on different types of screens and how we want to beat them. And for youth, I think that down screen or that screen away is the one you see most often. So how to jump to the ball and beat that screen, that's a good one, okay? So this next drill, we just call this Brown Deer Hustle. We obviously stole another drill. This one's from Brown Deer, from Coach Winston when he was there. And our guys love this drill. It's such an energy drill. We get up. We're working on not being afraid to get on the floor for a loose ball. And there's so many drills that I think coaches do, and I'd say especially youth coaches, where it's like you watch a drill on YouTube and you go, well, that's going to be really good. And then some kid ends up getting hurt because, didn't do the drill right or ran into somebody, or, hey, this is a great charge drill, I'm just going to run you over and see if you can take a charge. We just want our kids to be comfortable diving on the floor for a loose ball. Too many times at the high school level, we see kids, the ball's loose and they're doing this, bending over to grab it while some other kid dives over and goes and gets it and hustles. So we want to teach them to hustle here. So we got one guy standing behind this ball, and one back here behind this ball. We always point which way we're going to go, so Leighton gets to decide he's going left, you're going right. On go, we're going to get out to a good closeout, a box out. We have our kids holding the pad here. We're just going to get into a box out. On the second go, we're going to sprint in, dive, and secure that ball on the loose ball. And then his teammates are going to get pumped up for that hustle play and come and get him and pick him up. And then we'll go again the next one, okay? Here we go, guys. Ready? Go. Go. Go get it. Come on. Go get it. There we go. Pick him up. Pick him up. Pick him up. Go up. Good job. Good job. Next guy up. Right away. Right away. Hustle him up. Hustle him up. Here we go.
Hustle. Get into it.
Ready, go. Go box. Good. Go get it. Go get it. Good. Pick it up. Good job. All right. We got one more. You guys got one more? Here we go. Last group. Line them up. Set them up. Ready, go. And go. Go get it. Get out. Good job. Nice hustle. Pick them up. Again, this is a drill we really like. Again, you can do it once a week. Couple times. Young kids, they love diving on the floor and getting dirty and doing all that stuff, so this is kind of a fun one for that. The last drill on this segment here that I'll show is 2 versus 2 rebounding. You pick 2 teams with this. We do this a ton. We love to teach rebounding, and we try to find drills all the time. Tom Izzo's great if you're looking for rebounding drills. Tom Izzo has a ton of them. So these guys are all on offense right now. They're all getting ready to shoot or offensive rebound. So these guys in these lines at the elbows are all getting ready to shoot or offensive rebound. Our guys underneath, these guys are passing it out. They're going to close out. We're going to get close out and a box out. The defense gets 1 point for every rebound they get. Offense, if they make the shot, next group goes. We rotate. Okay? If offense misses, then the offensive guy gets the rebound. We put it on the floor. The defense has to pick it up and throw it to the next guy in line. So if you get an offensive rebound, they're going to grab it, you'll see him put it on the floor, and they'll leave it there for the defense to get it and give it back to the next guy. We do this drill with no out of bounds. There's no out of bounds. So if they miss a shot, it gets tipped and it's rolling to the bleachers, they're going to go play it all the way to the bleachers. If it's down at the bubbler down there, they're going to play it all the way down there and hustle for it because they want to get it. Especially those offensive guys. You get one roll all the way down there and they get to sit it down. That's wasting a lot of time. So what we'll do with this is we give them 1 minute. And then we'll rotate the group that's on defense will come and shoot, and they'll get a win. Team that has the most defensive rebounds is our winner here. Emphasis, you guys are ready? Coach, you got time? You guys got time? Okay, ready? Go. The emphasis that we look at here is we want great closeouts, we want great box outs. Get contact, forearm into them, turn, get your butt into them, and play it from there. Okay? So they're going to keep going here. Okay, you guys got 10 seconds here, 10 seconds. We're doing 30 seconds today, so for sake of time. Good, nice shot. Good, come on, defense, get back, let's go, close out, go, box, go get it. Offense, rebound, there you go. Freeze, yep, it's rotate. How many? Defense got 3 rebounds, so you guys underneath, you got to be 3. You got 30 seconds, ready to go. Box. Got 1 more, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Yeah, we would do that drill. Each team gets a minute. Sometimes we even go 2 minutes if they're really, we want to get after it there. Like I said, I believe at the youth level, I know we don't always have a ton of practice time. Teams might only get an hour, you maybe get an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. Try to find time in this drill. That's 3 minutes you can have that drill done with and you get to work on some rebounding. I just feel like we don't work rebounding at the youth level because it's time and we want to work on our offense or work on our defense. How many times do we get beat so we don't box out? Where we can be getting those rebounds. It's a great drill for that. Okay? I'm going to finish up today. We do our transition work where we're working on not only our offensive transition, but we want defense to stop the ball and talk and kind of put it together. So this is a 3-on-3 chase drill. We up it up to 4-on-4, and then I'll show you 5-on-5 as well at the end. In this case here, these guys are on offense. So we have an offensive guy out here on the lettering. We have an offensive guy at the free throw line right here, and our other offense is there. Our two guys what we tell them is they have to be in the circle. They got to be in the middle circle. That's it. They can be anywhere in the middle circle they want. They're on defense. Our third defender then is under the hoop here. He's our chaser. Okay? So when we talk about, what are we trying to get out of this drill? Our defense, these two guys right here need to stop the ball early. They need to slow them up so that this guy can sprint in and join the party. Okay? He wants to get in and join. You guys on offense, what are you trying to do? You got a 3-on-2, you better be attacking, right? You better be making great decisions with the ball and attacking. Now, typically in the 3-on-3 drill, we wouldn't bring it back. I'm going to let you guys come back today, though, in case we get a stop or a score, bring it back. So we'll play 3-on-3, then coming back on this. And again, we talk a lot in these drills, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, about if we score with this group, now you got to get a stop. You just scored, let's put a stop together now coming back, right? So it's putting those two good possessions together in a row. And I think that's really valuable at any level, is putting those two good possessions together so you get that score and that stop. Or for you guys, defense, get a stop and come down and score on it, right? So we get that two good possessions, all right? Coach is always going to be passing. Go ahead, yep. Coach is going to be passing right here. Go ahead, finish it. That's it. Coming back, stop ball. Who's got ball? Nice and neat pass. Good job. Here we go. Come on, defense, get here. Too quiet, defense. Too quiet right now. Two box, all right? Set it up. Here we go. Hustling up. Two defenders in the circle. We got two light, two black. Jerseys in the circle. Here we go. Let's go. Chase Andrew. Get there, Andrew. Watch out. Nice job. Hey, good hustle. It's going to be black ball. Let's go. Andrew, that hustle's why he did that pass. Nice hustle. Good. All right. We're just for sake of time again, you can see what that looks like with 3-on-3. Now we're going to go to 4-on-4 with this. So now we add another player on the court, getting more to realistic basketball. So give me two guys in the circle for white, two white underneath the hoop, black in the offense here. I need a guy in the elbow, guy in the wing, elbow. So again, similar lineup to a 3-on-3. We got a wing on each side, we got a guy on each elbow, two defenders in the middle, and now our two chasers are these guys underneath. And our guideline here is we kind of want them on the wing line, right in the yellow here, we're wide in the middle, and they got to chase down. So now, offense, you got a 4-on-2, right? If you guys really do it right and move the ball right, you should be able to get a layup, okay? You guys are busting your butts to get in here and make this hard on it. So you two in the middle up top, somebody's got to stop the ball, somebody's got to make an extra pass, and these guys can get in, right? We're trying to make the offense make extra passes. So 4-on-4 chase, we'll come back 4-on-4 the other way. Go. Push it up. Good. Nice pass. Finish it. Good pass. Keep playing. Good. Bring it back. That's fine. Bring it back. Let's go. 4-on-4. Defense off. Who's got ball right now? Stop the ball. Good job. Stop ball. Good. Again, this is a drill. We got 8 guys participating right now. You got 10 guys on your team. You only have 2 sitting out. We got a lot of guys working right now up and down the floor. I like it pretty realistic from the standpoint that we're stopping a break and now we're transitioning back on the stop. I think we found a lot of value in this drill with our older kids as well. It's just a drill where you can coach up a lot of different things at once, whether it be your transition offense and making that lead pass and getting it up early, or it's stopping the ball and coming down. The last one I'll show you is 5-on-5. We do a 5-on-5 version. So white give me 2 guys in a circle, or 3 guys in a circle. Sorry, white give me 3 guys in a circle. Okay, black give me 5 on offense here. So our extra guys right here, the nail. We got an elbow, cool. And then let's get out of the wing there. Okay. So again, now we have 5 guys here on this, and Coach Porterfield, yeah, sure, runner, I'm not going to make it run, Coach. We're just going to line it up. So these 2 are defense. The only difference you see now, we have 3 defenders in the circle, and you guys are probably talking about what right now? Where we're going, who's stopping the ball, making sure we're helping each other, right? So we can slow these guys up. Offense, we can throw it, coaches, we throw it to any one of the 5 guys. So they all have to be ready. It's not just these guys in here. We can throw it from down here to anyone. So these guys really got to be ready. And I like doing it this way because it forces sometimes the defense to not always just be playing in the middle of the floor. So like if we have the ball here right now, I throw it to Layton, we're going. He's leading the break from that wing now. And now we got to stop the ball and rotate it to the help side and play it from there. Sometimes we do throw it in the middle, right? And we go from there, right? Bring it back down here, guys. Bring it back down. All right. So hopefully you get a feel for what that would look like there with 5-on-5. And then we 5-on-5 from that. Again, I love drills where we have everybody doing something. The more we can keep kids moving and not standing in lines waiting for the next kid to shoot a layup, I think that's pretty valuable for us. Today, I hope you can each take something from what we did to take back to your teams or your programs. I feel like we do a pretty good job of building up from the basics, from the ground up with our defense, all the way to what you see at the end where now it's live 5-on-5 and we're attacking and using all the things that we learned throughout our drills today. If there's any other drills that you need or whatever, this is just some of our basics, some of our favorites here at Oconomowoc. And if there's anything that you need above and beyond that, certainly reach out to me anytime. I just want to thank our 8th graders here for coming in today. Great job, guys. Really appreciate these guys coming in on a Sunday and putting some work in today for us. And, again, we're going to take about a 5-minute break, and then Coach Rickard from Kettle Moraine will be coming out in their next segment. All right? Thank you. into our second speaker here for the WBCA Youth Clinic. I want to introduce Coach Brian Rickard, head coach at Kettle Moraine High School. Coach helped lead Kettle Moraine to the state semifinals last year. They had a great run. I know they gave us fits last year. We had some good battles with them, and he does a great job with offense and just getting his guys in and out of different sets. They scout really well, and I'm excited to have Coach speak today and share some of his insights for our youth coaches as well on things that you can do offensively, whether it be some development, breakdown drills, or just as a total package offense. And so, Coach, I'm going to turn it over to you, and appreciate being here today. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jim. First of all, putting together an offense is not easy, especially at the youth level. At high school level, it gets a little complicated also, but in order to put a good offense in, you have to know what a bad offense looks like. So I'm going to go over some concepts real quick here, some ideas and thoughts on bad offense, and we're going to then counter that and go into some good offense. The number one thing to ask yourself, if you're a coach and you start an offense and you're always coming down the right side of the floor every single time, that's a bad offense. If you come down and you're making the same pass to the same right wing to start your offense, that's a bad offense. If you come down every single time and you give us the same formation, if I'm scouting you, you are in a 5 out, 4 out, 1 in, 3 out, 2 in, if you're giving me the same formation every single time down the floor, that's a bad offense. If you have a set play out of different formations, you call out your chin play, your chop play, your 2 play, your 3 play, and there are different formations you set up in, it's a bad offense, and I'm going to know exactly what you're doing just by your formation. All right, so these are concepts and ideas I want you guys to think. When you put in an offense in, what do you want to stay away from? All right, I think that's important. Another thing is do you have an offense that you can actually come from behind in? Or are you a slow half-court offense? You better have an offense that also, if you're down to 15 and a half, you're okay. If you have to redo your whole offense because you're down, that's not a good offense. So these are things I want you to think. If you're up 10 with 2 minutes to go, is your offense geared towards being up 10? If it's not, that's a bad offense. Is your offense geared around 1 or 2 players or key guys and the other 3 on the floor don't have any roles? That's a bad offense, and I'm going to take those two players away. So these are things I want you guys to understand on setting up a good offense. What we do at Kettle Moraine is I got 5 things that we teach in setting up an offense. Number 1, floor spacing. And we'll go over floor spacing here in a couple minutes. Number 2, constant ball movement. I'm huge on moving the ball. Number 3, player movement. Number 4, screening. And number 5, attack. If you have 5 of those concepts, that is one heck of an offense. If you have 2 or 3 of those, it's a good offense. If you have 0 of those, that's a bad offense. So what we try to do is we try to implement all 5 of those key ingredients to a great offense. We'll start off with spacing. To me, spacing is probably the number 1 thing in offense. So I'm going to use some of the guys here. Coach, if you just give me 5 guys, doesn't matter who you are, just give me 5 guys and give me a 5-out offense with a point guard up in the middle, and give me 2 corners, 2 wings, and 1 ball in the center. Spacing is very important to us. Now, think about this for a minute. What you do on offense, the defense already knows what you're doing. And I'll explain what I mean. 5-out, Tennessee on a 5-out offense. If you show me this offense, I already know what you're trying to do. You're trying to open the shoot, attack the rim. You're trying to basket cut, and you're trying to draw and kick. Concepts of 5-out. So by you just showing this, I already have you beat on defense. Give me a 4-out, 1 in. 4-out, 1 in. Move over a little bit, slide up. You show me this, I already know what you're trying to do. It's probably going to be a flex cut, back cut, downstream. It's probably going to be thrown into the post with the window looking down. All right, so I already have you beat already just by your formation. Give me 3-out, 2 in. Usually on a 3-out, 2 in, very simple. They got 2 post players they're trying to feature. It's going to be a high-low series. I already know it. I already got you beat. Give me a 1-4 flat. What are they trying to do here? They're trying to get the ball in front of the elbow high post. They're trying to backdoor cut. They're trying to dribble go handoff, they're trying to dive the post, they're trying to bells and whistles on the weak side. Where do you have you beat? So the reason I'm showing you all this is if you're putting an offense together, why do you want the defense to already have you beat? Another concept, all right, where the point guard brings the ball up is very important to me. What I mean by that, back up for a second, buddy. Just give me a 4-out-1 in. A good point guard will bring the ball up, an average point guard will bring the ball up alongside. That's an average point guard. Why is that average? Because you think about it, we already have you beat into defense. We already know who's outside. I already have my help. We're already loading up. You've already taken away 75, 80% of your floor. We've taken away because you're on that side of the floor. We already know who's helping. That's an average point guard. A good point guard will come down the free throw line extended. Pretty good point guard. Why? Because he's a little bit off the help line, away from the sideline. Our help has to be a little bit more narrow. That's a pretty good point guard. Come down the middle. That's a great point guard. Who's got help? We have no idea who has help. He's middle of the floor. That means all four of us have no idea who's helping him. So when you're starting an offense, make sure you gear around what side of the floor. We divide the floor into 5 sections. Sideline section, elbow section, middle shoot section, elbow section, side section. I chart every single time. I'll watch your film 100 times to know where are you bringing the ball. Your sideline offense, perfect, great. We're loading up right away. Instantly, we're loading. We got 5 guys guarding 3. Make sure you understand all these concepts when you put an offense together. I think that's very important. Where the first pass goes, I call this the line of scrimmage. To me, all right, where you establish your line of scrimmage dictates if you're a good offense. If I'm forcing them out, if you're so used to all year getting that pass right there to receive, and that's how you start your offense, go make a pass, that's your line of scrimmage, you're not going to get that kind of stuff. Because if you back up to the C, your rhythm is out now. Your timing is off. All right? We just established your line of scrimmage. So make sure in your offense, you dictate your line of scrimmage. Don't let the defense ever. The higher they push you out, the more the defense has the advantage. All right? You have to understand these concepts when you put an offense together. All right? I think that's very important. Number 2 that we'd like to do, and we'll get moving here in a second. All right? This is important. Constant ball movement. If you do not move the ball, all right, if you are not moving the ball against a great defense, it's a bad offense. All right, the ball moves faster than players. If I told these guys to throw it around and they're not dribbling, I guarantee you they're going to get it. It's going to be hard to guard. But if one guy puts the ball on the floor, the easiest way to guard someone is by the dribble. Think about it. Put the ball back at the top. If he's dribbling the ball, he's the easiest guy to guard. Easiest guy to guard. So why do you have your offense do a lot of dribbling? You've got to move the ball, swing the ball. The best offense goes from side, screen away, come up, top, side. You just got the defense to move. The key to all offense is to get the defense to move. Defense will make mistakes. What's the hardest thing to do on defense? Closeouts, and they'll tell you. Close out on the shooter. Hardest thing to do on defense. If your offense can get the defense to close out, you're going to win that battle. Because that's the hardest thing to do. So in any offense that you're implementing, it doesn't matter what you do. We are now on my offense. I guarantee you this. You're gonna have to know how to close out. The very first thing that we do, I know I'm giving away a thing, but Coach Jay is smart enough to understand what I do. Very first play that I run, every single game. I don't care who we're playing. I'll do 4 screens, first play of the game. Ball screen. I want to know how you're defending a ball screen. down screen, are they switching? We're going to find out. A cross screen and a flare screen. Those are the four main offense, right? Main screens in an offense. I'm going to run in my first play because now I can adjust to you. I'm seeing the very first play of the game how you are defending the key screens in basketball. Now I can adjust to you, and our kids understand that. All right. If I'm setting a ball screen, what are they doing? Are they doubling it? I have a very good point guard. You're going to trap it. You're going to double it. You're going to ice it. You're going to switch it. We have a counter for every one of them. All right. The very first play, I'm going to let you know. I want to watch how you're guarding it. I'm going to make you adjust, not me. All right. So these are things when you put an offense together. All right. You got to get ball movement. All right. There's two types of players in offense: ball movers, ball stoppers. And I'm sure as the youth coaches, you have your hands full of ball stoppers. I know I coach you, I totally get it. What are ball stoppers? Right? Make a pass here. Two ball stoppers. One, I don't care about anyone but myself. I'm going to go one-on-one. I'm going to shoot. This is all about me, coach. That's a ball stopper. He's stopping the ball movement because he's worried, not you, but in the concept, he's worried about himself. That's a ball stopper. Ball up top. Another ball stopper. Put the ball over here. Has no idea what he's doing. Doesn't understand the concept. Doesn't understand anything. He just wants to just stand there. Has no idea. That's a ball stopper. All right? If you're running a set play, you're running concepts, and he has no idea, he just stopped your offense. You got to eliminate, number one, a showman. Number two, brain dead. You got to eliminate those two to have a great offense. All right, I think that's important. Number three, all right, I think it's very important. All right, what we do is we got ball movement. Now we're going to get into player movement. To me, player movement is extremely important. Again, it does not matter what offense you run. If you're not moving players and you don't get the defense to move, it's a horrible offense. All right, so ball's up top. You guys want 4 out, 1 in, that's fine. Remember, 4 out, 1 in is usually a back screen, down screen, flex series, we already know. All right, but let's say you make a pass. If he stands, we got you beat. Because remember, every single great defense is trying to guard you 5 guys against 3. Right? No matter what concept you use in offense, a great defensive team wants to guard 5 guys, 2 on the weak side, against 3 on the strong side. So what are we going to do to counter that? We have to move players. It cannot be bells and whistles. It cannot be decoys. It has to be movements. Has to be cuts. Has to be screens. We got to force every single player to defend. If I'm guarding this guy in the corner and he's standing there, you're not going to score. I call the guy, all right here, the goalie. He's protecting the net. He's my goalie. Teach goalie. All right? If your guy is the furthest man away from the ball, which is you, have a goalie. All right? That's a very, very important concept. All right? Ball's up top. Remember ball stoppers. We don't want ball stoppers. Very important. We don't have ball stoppers in this offense. So now, how do we get players to move? Make pass to the wing. We have 3 things he can do. He can cut, he can screen, and he can filter. And I'll show you what filter means. I think we all understand what cut means. We all understand what screen means. But let me show you filter. All right? He just made a pass. So let's say he's going to screen away. That's fine. You make him block. He's the next man. Why would I have someone standing right here when it's man, it's gap protection? We filter. That's a great offensive player. You are right here. You go to the furthest place on the floor that's available. It might be way up there. It might be over there. Go to the deep corner. What did we just do? We just opened up a double gap. There's single gaps. This is a single gap. One guy right here. That's a double gap. Every time your good offensive player has the ball in his hands or her hands, filter away and give that person a double gap. Again, make the pass here now. Let's just say he's the best player on your team. Make a pass. What should you do? And you do. Filter. Two-man game. Look what you just did for him. I can go this way. I can go this way. I can throw it in and cut off him. Right? Filtering is so important in a game of basketball. Opening up single gap, double gap. Now, let's say you throw it into the post. Let's just say you skip it. But what should you do? Filter. Get out of his way, right? Just get out. Go to the furthest point on the floor you can go to. Let's say he's a great penetrator. He's your top guy, all right, in penetration. All right? Look what you just gave him. A shooter in the corner, a double gap, a post if you get in for feet for a bounce pass, draw and get to another shooter in the corner. And you didn't do anything. All you did is filter. So when you guys are thinking about running an offense, what type of offense should you run? It's not really what offense you run, it's what you do. Filtering is important. But if you're going to teach how to filter, move the ball, move players, you better learn how to pass. All right? Because if we teach move the ball, you better teach your players how to move the ball. So we do this drill. I call it nail passing. If I can get all of you guys in it, give me half of you, elbow line extended, free throw line extended, one ball. Right here. Just half it up on the wings and wings. All right? This is called nail passing. I think it's very, very effective drill. When I say nail, the nail is the center of the free throw line. You're going to come to the nail, plant, come up. You're going to make the pass to him. Then you're going to go to the nail. All right? You're going to swing it. All right? And then you're going to go to the nail, get the pass. We go back and forth. We'll walk through it to start. All right? So make the nail cut. Swing it. Come behind. Nail cut. Swing it. Nail cut. And swing it. All right? Perfect. All right? Now we're going to go a little bit faster. University of Houston, I still listen to tell, like Coach Bennett said, we see a lot of drills. I was at his practice about 5-6 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and he does this drill, this start practice every single day. They have to do 82 completions, I believe, at the high school, at the college level. That's Division I. All right, I narrow it down. All right, and what does this do? It teaches how to move the ball, how to quickly move the ball, how to pass the outside hand, how to swing the ball. Remember, top, side, top. All right, we're trying to get that movement. Now it's in the brain, and every time they catch it, it's great to score up and swing the ball to the outside. Why would I want to go back to the same side, right? Get the defense into a closeout situation. All right, so now we're going to go fast in this. See how fast we can go. All right, ready? Go. Now, boom. Go, swing it. Boom, swing it. Good. Quicker. Show that outside hand. And what we're doing is we're teaching, cutting, changing direction, change speed, swinging the ball, how to cut, how to pass, and we're building up the passing strings. How fast can you pass? All right, freeze for a second. Now, at the youth, I probably don't recommend this, but we teach left hand, outside hand, right hand, outside hand, right? Throwing it to the outside hand. Catching it with the outside hand. Everything away from the defense. Now, at the young age, if they're right-handed, very rare they're going to be able to pass pretty hard with the left hand. I get it. But get them to practice it. All right, do it one more time. This time, what I do is we want to call the kid's name out. We want to give a target. Where you pass the ball is very important. We're not trying to hit him in the chest. We want belly button. Belly button's a great shot. All right, here we go. Belly button pass. Boom, swing it. It's got to be quicker. Swing it. Good, swing it. All right? If that happens, and it's going to happen, all right, we stop the drill. Instantly, they give me 10 push-ups. All right? I usually put a minute on the clock. This is what we do. Another passing drill. All right? Give me 5 guys on the floor here. Give me a post in the center of the lane. Give me a corner, a wing, a wing. Give me 2 basketballs, please. 2 basketballs. This drill, it's a passing drill. Again, if you're teaching your offense to move the ball and move players, then you have to teach how to move the ball and move players. All right, this drill is a very simple drill, but very effective drill. Coach, you can start in the corner. Yep. All right, there's no dribbling. It's all passing. All right. The middle guy is important in this drill. All right, you get 2 seconds to move the ball. In my offense, I kind of bring you 2 seconds to make a decision. All right, in our offense. Are you going to shoot, pass, dribble? You got 2 seconds to decide what you're doing. So this drill is 2 seconds. All right, we got to figure out. But in this drill, it's the passing decision. All right, so I don't know where the passes are going. That's why you got to communicate. Because in the game of basketball, if I don't make eye contact with you, why would I want to throw you the ball, right? If you were making eye contact with me, why would he throw you the ball? You're looking at me, right? Communication. All right? So they're going to throw the ball around, but here's the trick to it. Anytime you throw it into the post, it's got to be a bounce pass. These are chest passes. This is a bounce pass. All right? Anytime you go into the post, it's a bounce pass. Anytime you go into the post, he must pivot and look opposite. Right? Because that's a key to all posts. All right? You got 2 seconds to decide where you go with the ball. Sometimes I'll insert 3 balls to this. All right? Make eye contact, move the ball as quickly as possible. All right? Go. Bounce pass. Look opposite. Boom. You got to communicate. You got to communicate. Look opposite. Good. You can move all in this lane. You can move around. Post players can move. All right? You got to move. Outside hand. Remember, we're going to the outside hand. Outside hand of the defense. You got 2 seconds. You got 2 seconds to get rid of it. All right, freeze. Insert a 3rd ball. 1 more ball. Now again, this drill gets tricky because now it's really communicating. You'll find in this drill, all right, that balls will be flying all over the place. To start, until they understand eye contact, communication, and body language. That's the key to passing. All right? If I am not looking at you, if I'm not communicating, if you're not saying my name, why would you throw me the ball? If someone else with the ball is looking at him, and you got the ball, but he's not looking at you, he's looking at him, why would you throw him the ball? Right? That's the reactions that we are learning in the game. All right? It's not thinking, it's reacting. I'm watching my teammate. All right, so now let's insert 3 balls. Same drill, try to move it quicker, communicate, eye contact. Go. All right, freeze. Now we get more advanced with it. All right, that's the first. Now you got to catch, square up, low sweep, strong with the ball, right? On every catch, and you have to move towards the pass. You can step towards the pass now. So the pass is coming. I'm going to meet the pass. Ball sweep it low. Eye contact with another player. Get rid of the ball. All right, here we go. Go. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Communication. This is where communication comes in. All right, freeze. Good job. For the first day, trust me, my Capoeira guys look worse than this, so that's good. All right, we're going to balls flying all over the place. But that's a good drill for a youth. All right, if you want to get communication and learning how to pass. I think that's a very valuable thing in all offense is passing skills, receiving skills. All right, screening. Let's go over some screening actions. I just need 1 ball now, guys. 1 ball. Get into a 5-out situation. Point guard's up top. All right, if you're going to set a ball screen, now I don't like ball screens. And the reason I don't like ball screens, when I was coaching many years, I was a point guard at college. I did not like clutter to the ball. To me, because there's so many things, so many great coaches these days, they can double it, travel it, they can do it all. They can hard hedge it. I like filtering, right? Filtering to me is a lot better concept. But if you are going to set a ball screen, the only reason I like setting ball screens, let's say the guy guarding you is their worst defender. And I know he's the worst. I saw him on the field all year. I know this guy cannot defend. I will throw you a football screen. Night and day, all day, all right, we'll do it. But I don't like ball screens. But let's say we are setting one. The right concept to a ball screen is very simple. Belt buckle to the defender's back pocket. Belt buckle to the defender's back pocket. So if I'm setting out a ball screen, I'm looking for his back pocket, my belt buckle is right there. All right? That's a proper angle for all the ball screens. I think that's important. There's a lot of kids that come up, you'll say ball screen, they have no idea how to set a ball screen. They'll come up and it might be more of a flat screen than it is an actual ball screen. Or they'll set it way up high and then you have to refuse it. They don't know how to set it. So belt buckle, back pocket to the defender, that's the best concept that I came up with. Other screening action. Pass the ball here, screen away. Here's the three things we got to do. All right? And if you turn to the back page, you'll say how we do our screening things. All right? Number one thing on the screen is we got to communicate. That's what you can do a fist. And the reason I like to set up our screens is because if I throw my fist in the air and you're guarding me, you're thinking I'm setting a screen and it sets up slips, right? Because if I'm doing this and I'm constantly screening, that very next time, if you think I'm doing it, because you're playing me as a screener now, I will slip you. So we do give it away. Yeah, we're going to screen you, but you never know when I'm not. All right, so communication is key. How we come off of the screen is very important. So here we are setting a screen. Remember the 2-second rule. Remember the filter rule. Right? Here's another rule. If you have a 2-second rule, but the number, the back of the jersey is toward you're setting a screen. If the back is facing you, you got 3 seconds now. Why? Because that right there is telling me the screening action is out. So on this, what would you have done? He's filtering, right? Look what we just did. I have one pass. Look what we just did. He filtered with the screen, double gap, screen, slip. Just by one pass. You just put the defense in to do 5 things, and you only made one pass. All right, so here comes the screen. Now on a screen, I teach, clip the hip. You got to clip the hip. You're coming, your elbow must touch his hip. All right, your elbow touches his hip. No one can get through it. Now, if he cuts high, you go low. If he goes low, you go opposite high. So every screening action is an opposite movement, all right, by both the screener and the cutter. So we'll go through that. You can start off over here. Make a pass either way, screen away. Boom, filters. He went high, you come low. All right, now what we got? There's a lot of things. Now, you didn't like this pass. You didn't like that pass. You didn't like that you had one-on-one. Top, side, top, right? Make pass. What should you do? You can filter. Yeah, you can filter. What do? You can screen away. So what I'm trying to get to is a simple little pass and screen away at that age is passable. If you do it correctly. Because the pass and screen away does 2 things. It creates spacing. It has screening, has ball movement, has player movement. You got filtering going on. You have every single concept that we said are the 5 main concepts in basketball for offense. You just did. Imagine doing this, ball up top. Go ahead to the corner. Make a pass. Just screen away and come up. And no, you don't filter though. I'm going to show a bad concept. All right? He's stuck in the corner. That means his man is already protecting the B gap. He's already right here, so you can't go this way. Right? This way is done. So the only way you're going to go is that way, but we force baseline 2, so you're not coming this way. You're done. The only thing you can do is pass. So just by you doing that, you put him in a bad situation. I would write this down that I would go over 1,000 times at practice for youth. Never put the ball in a bad situation. I'll say that again. Never put the ball in a bad situation. Here's what I mean. He's got the ball. I'm forcing him baseline. He goes baseline. Right in the gap. He's got 4 hands all over. He just put the ball in a bad situation. I chart that every practice. If you have guys that are putting the ball in a bad situation, you've got to get them out of that habit. Constantly out of that habit, out of that habit. All right, ball back up top. Pass. Screen away, double screen. Now what? You should have filtered, right? All right, so he filters. He came off a double screen. All right, you curl. He pops because you do opposite what he does, right? If he goes low, you go high. If he goes high, you go low. All right, you filtered. While all that's going on, he's on an island by himself. He filtered. Here comes a double screen. He's got nobody here except him and this man. Simple concepts. Simplest little things win games, not the big things. It's not 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things. My motion offensive coloring is about 37 pages long. But you know what? I simplified it this year to about 12 pages. Because I figured, you know what, I'm doing too much. These concepts right here work. Right here. Let me show you a drill. Give me, I need you guys down. Give me 5 guys on the baseline with 1 ball. You guys, you stay out here. I'm going to get 5 spots. 1 ball in this corner. This is a defense and an offensive drill. All right, I love this drill. Ball goes right here. I should be 5. Coach Bobby knows this drill. All right, yes. All right, so we are going to move the ball as fast as you can down this line. But as soon as you make that pass, you got to close out to him. You got to close out to him. You're closing out there. You're closing out there. You're closing out there. You guys are making the pass all the way around as quickly as you can to here. Then we're live. All right, let's show the drill. Go. It's a closeout drill and an offensive drill. Right? No, it's my fault. Don't steal the ball. Only when we go on. That's my fault. I love that you did that. Because he wants to play deep. I love it. But I didn't say it. So until he gets there, let the ball go. All right, go ahead. Good. Good shot. All right. 2 things I saw. I saw a filter. I don't think I saw that. He filtered. The ball was here. Can't remember who. He filtered away and opened up a double gap. You can turn this into a defensive drill. I have 2 coaches on defense. That's all they're doing. They're worried about closeouts, talking. They're doing all the defensive concepts. I have guys in offense. I would put these guys into the offensive formations that we run. Give me a 4 out, 1 in. So the last guy's got to guard the post. All right? So the ball's going to go into the post. All right? So if you're the last guy, you got to guard the post now. You can do it this way. It's different formations. All right, here we go. We're live. Now what about the post? Good. Good. Good movement. Good movement. I'll take that. Good shot. The concepts work, don't they? All right. Just in 1 pass is all they did. And look at the effectiveness of the offense. Because they're using concepts. All right? They're not using, you got to screen here and be a robot. I got to, ball goes here, I got to do this here. That takes thinking. I take thinking out of the game. We react, we move, we filter, we do things that are faster than thinking. All right, give me 3 out, 2 in. So the first pass is going to go, you're going to go right to the post, and then we're going to screen. All right, we're live. You're going to pass it back out. Filter, move. All right, filter, get away from the ball. Come, good. Filter, good filter. Good filter, get out. All right, freeze. All right, come right back here. I have no idea your game, but I just saw a filter. It was someone else. Go ahead and get out of my way. He just opened a double gap for you. Look at that attack. Right? Anytime you see a double filter, right, that's an attack. We just open a gap for you. I teach all 5 of my guys on the floor. We're constantly attacking the defense. Anytime there's a gap, we take it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. On kettle ring, you will attack the gap every single time. All right, ball out. Start the drill again. Give me 5 out again. 5 out. Go. Let's see if we can filter, screen away, attack gaps. We're live. Filter, screen, good. Good fill, attack. Good, attack that gap. Good. Good. What do you see? All right, freeze. Hold the ball right there for a second. All right, this situation, I can tell you guys are going. All right, you guys are help set. That's awesome. All right, make the ball here. Pass goes here. There's 2 to 3 things you can do, right? Basket cut. The only time I teach basket cut, the natural reaction to a defender when the pass is made is the 1 second look, right? That's that first reaction of a defender. You're gone. Follow the eyes. You're gone. If it's not there, you just open up a double gap. On that, I call push and pull. The next guy to the ball, right here, after he double gaps it, all right, is you got to rise. But keep the double gap open. I tell my guys that come right, I don't care if you catch it there. Make the pass. Perfect. You want to come out guard? You go right ahead. You don't, we'll swing it. We just did 2 things by your mistake. Because you're like, do I come up and guard you right here? Go ahead. Go ahead. Good luck. If you don't want to guard him, we'll swing it. What's the Cardinals in a basketball? Side, top, side, right? You just allowed us to do 2 things. All right, so these are concepts. My offense is geared towards concepts, not robots. All right, 5 out again. Sometimes the higher you come in, the better. They want to follow us out here? Great. If they don't, we're automatic swing. Go ahead. Good. Now we're live. What do you see? Double gap. Here comes the screen. Good. I like that. That was awesome. Good. What do we got? Awesome. Good. 2-second rule. Good. We're moving the ball. Awesome. Good. Yes. Good offense. Nice. Gap attack. Good shot. I'll take that all day, gentlemen. In 5 minutes, we put a great offense in 5 minutes. All right, moving the ball, moving players, filtering, attacking gaps, screening, going opposite of the screener, going from some top side to top. It's great offense. All right, you don't have to be where the first week of practice you're running all these sets. You're putting all these guys all over the place, and they have to remember. There's nothing to remember in this. The only thing they have to remember is 2-second rule. Move, cut, screen, and filter. Go again. Good screen, good curl. Good movement. Get out, filter away, good. Come up, filter, good. Move that ball, yes, nice. There's your, nice, keep going. Good, nice. Now, what just happened right there is a beauty of this offense. They had no reaction time to know to get to the net to be outside. They moved the ball so quick that drive, normally, because I know how to play D, normally if you drive that line, is that going to be open? No, right? Coach will kill you guys. Right? So I know that. Right? But why is it open now? Because you guys moved the ball so fast, they had no idea who to get there. All right, let's do it one more time. This time, start the ball on this side, and now rely on you. Go. Good. See how you're being guarded. They're constantly moving. Yeah, good. Right, freeze. I love what I just saw. Get back to the corner of the ball. You were over here, you rose, but watch what just happened. He came up, he didn't get it in what we call his scoring spot, his sweet spot. So he rose. What did you do? You rose with him a little bit, right? What did that give you? Double gap. Right? He just opened by him seeing your reaction. Right? Remember, filtering and rising. If I come up, if I rise, and you follow, automatic attack. If he doesn't follow, pass it, we swing, put him in a closeout. Alright? Go again. Go ahead. See what we got. They filter, they're screening. Here comes it. Good. Ooh, gotta be careful on that. All right, it's okay. It's gonna happen. All right, let's do it one more time. Actually, I want to show one more drill. Give me a full line right here. Give me a full line down there. Everyone should have a ball except one guy. Everyone hurry. We've got about 3 minutes. This is a great drill. It's a shooting drill. We do this every single day. Give me one line right here. Everyone with the ball. One line right. You don't have a ball. Go to that corner. Give me one guy without a ball in that corner. First guy right. Everyone has the ball except you. You're both dead. All right. We call this draw and kick. Now, for little kids, move this up. All right. This would be too far. All right. He should have a ball, don't you? He doesn't. All right, you're going to run and get a pass from him at center court. So you're going to come, make a pass. All right, freeze. You're going to now, if you make the pass, you're coming down, you're going to get a pass from him. All right, now freeze. But freeze mode right here. As soon as you get the pass, you're going to make a move into the lane. Hard. You're going to kick it for a three-point shot. You shoot it, you'll rebound, go to that line. The passer who just made that pass becomes the next shooter in that corner. And we just constantly go. Same thing's happening down here. Get the pass, draw a kick, shoot the three, passer becomes a shooter becomes the end of the line. We do this for 10 minutes. We got to make 190 minutes in 10 minutes. Go. Boom, keep going. We're going. Make it ready. Make it quick. Go. Gotta move. Gotta get in that lane. Gotta draw that defender to you. 2 feet, 2 hands. 2 feet, 2 hands. You're getting it. You're right there. It's in the mouth of the defense. You gotta be strong with the ball. All right, freeze. The last minute, here's what we do. We change it up. If you're in a deep corner, I call it rise. So you're gonna run. We never stand. So if he's coming, my guy's outside. If I stay right here, you can guard both. I rise. If I'm in the rise position and the ball comes, I sink. Make sense? So you do it either one. You're either rising or you're sinking. All right. Last 20 seconds. Go. So right now you're gonna be a riser.
Ball 10. Good.
Good. I appreciate it. All right, everyone stop. All right. Well, thank you. I know I could go on and on about my offense and drills and concepts and what we do and how we do it. I think you got, the key ingredients to running a good offense. The things you've got to understand, if you follow those 5 ingredients, the recipe I call it for a great offense, all right, which is spacing, moving up the ball, moving up players, attacking, and screening. It doesn't matter what else you do. All right, look right there. We just did that in 2 minutes, and they scored almost every single time. So those are the concepts for a great offense. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good luck to Oconomowoc. I love you guys. Both my sons graduated from Oconomowoc. I have a lot of heart here. All right, but I'm sorry for 2 games I can't cheer you on. All right, but thanks, Coach. Appreciate you.
All right, we'll take another 5-minute break here, and then Coach Hintz from Fort Atkinson will be joining us to do some shooting work. We'll have a couple of handouts on some different shooting drills for you here. If you need to stretch your legs, restrooms are down there as well if you need those. So we should take about 5 minutes. Thanks.
mentioned the other day, eventually the top going to go play.
WBCA Youth Clinic. I want to introduce Mike Hintz, head boys coach at Fort Atkinson High School. And Coach Hintz does a great job developing his players. Some of the shooting stuff he does, we've stolen from him and used it with our guys. And just love having Coach here, and appreciate you, Coach. We've got our guys ready to shoot with you, and I'm going to turn it over to you. There is a handout we'll get to you, bring it around, and like I said, at the end today, if you need any other handouts that are on the table down here, feel free to grab those. Everybody that's here and at home, you will be getting a link to the videos from Oconomowoc, Nina, Stevens Point, across Central Oregon. So check your email this week. It should be coming out some point this week. You'll be getting the videos from the other sites as well for this. So, Coach Hintz, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Before I get started, just give you a little background. I think it's important when you listen to people where they're coming from. So I started at the age of 20 in Stevens Point under Jack Bennett as a student assistant. Coached his youngest son at AU and then joined the staff. Worked camps for 5 years with him. 120, 125 kids at camp. Me and Ken Cable ran them for coach. And my journey through shooting has went from there to the whole beast philosophy. We dabbled in the turn your foot, single shooting ways to where I'm at now is COVID. When we were able to play, we were able to go up to the valley and play a lot. And the teams up there just destroyed us at shooting. I was trying to figure out why the heck the teams in the valley shooting so much better than us. And it came back to one person, his name was Ryan Horowitz. So what you have, there's a handout here called the kinetic shooting. And if any of you are around in the early 90s, Ryan was a player at Green Bay. I grew up in Chilton, so Green Bay was who we watched. And the way Ryan shot basketball was pretty special. Obviously, Tony and Ryan came through, more guards and all that. But what I'm going to encourage you, I gave you the handout at the top. He's got a whole system we've adopted in Fort, and we've adapted it to the grade levels. There's things, obviously, as you know, as youth coaches at high school, that you can't do with 3rd and 4th graders. But I believe the philosophy and the program is really, it takes care of a lot of the things that we struggle with. Shooting is reps. Shooting is reps. Your roles as coaches is trying to give a verbal cue, something that can stick in a kid's head, that while they're shooting, when you're not standing next to them, they can think about. And Ryan's system, and the things that we've added along the way, is something we have watched our percentages go up. And the kids that follow the program, they become special shooters. I have 2 projects of my own. I have a junior in high school, and I have a 5th grader. An 8th grade daughter, so I have 3 projects. She just started basketball. And this has allowed them to be successful as shooters. Now, they struggle with every other part of the game, but they follow this system and they've become pretty good at shooting. So the first handout down on this end kind of goes through the kinetic shooters, what it's about. There's rhythm. We want to get your feet, your knees, your hands. 1 o'clock is something we'll talk about, and then there's the momentum. The biggest thing with shooting is going at the hoop. No matter what philosophy that you buy into, everything is driving your body at the hoop. This system just kind of takes you through it in a more, broken down way. Coming from a school teacher standpoint, having those verbal cues is what I really like about it. The second page that's up here on the bottom, if you haven't grabbed it, is just the step-by-step system. If you're a person like myself that learns better by doing it, I'd encourage you to come join us on the court, grab a basketball, go through the positioning, try to get it in your mind. If you're a person who just wants to sit and watch, I understand it. But if at any point, those of you that are here trying to learn, or you pick one thing up out of this that you don't know, something you hold the ball a little different, I encourage you to join us. So, fellas, I'm just going to have you all grab a basketball. About 5 of you down here and 5 of you down there so that you're not overstating the time. And I'm just going to have you go through the placement of this. Our whole goal in this, one of the other things we bought into when I got the Ford 14 years ago is we put a NOAA shooting system in. A NOAA shooting system is one of those things where it tells you your arc and your distance every time. The NOAA shooting is all about data and analytics. A perfect shot over 15 years of them doing studies, hundreds of thousands of shots, has a 45-degree arc, and it has a distance of 11 on the rim, which is just past the middle of the rim. So if I'm shooting a basketball, if I can get the ball to stay at 45 degrees towards the hoop, and I can have it enter the rim at the 11-inch mark, that is a perfect shot. That is the goal. Well, we all don't have money and access to put a machine on the wall and tell us to shoot. So how do we try to achieve and get to that point? Everything we do is art-based, momentum-based. So to get to that point, we got to start with good hand placement. So, fellas, I'm just going to walk you through how to handle the basketball. We're going to put your feet are going to be shoulder apart like Coach teaches you, but take your basketball right now and put it on your right knee. Just put the ball on your right knee. Take your finger, middle finger, and put it over the air hole. So the air hole of your basketball should be on top. Your finger should be over that air hole, and you should be on your knee. All right. Make sure your thumb and index finger don't ever face each other. So if I were to take an enormous line of your index finger and put it to the sky, an enormous line on the end of your thumb, it would never, ever intersect. So make sure you have a good spacing of your thumb and index finger on the basketball. Okay? So that down. All right? Then from there, we want to make sure we get our wrists turned back. So everyone's wrist flex is differently, but you want to have your wrist, you want to have your wrist turned back to the spot, furthest point at this start stop. So if you're a person that has a tight wrist, your wrist may be down to the floor a little more. If you have a little flexible wrist, it's going to be further back. This point right here, this point right here is your point A. So every time you catch a basketball, whether it's a bad pass or a great pass, the whole system is designed to slam it down to point A, which then is going to bring in what a lot of people that are novice to the game or just an average watcher is the dip. Right? So if I get a bad pass, I catch it, and I always come to point A. My body naturally has to drop. Okay? So the hand positions are really important. So to help you with this, ways you can help you is just start with the basic spins. So fellas, you want to get down on your knee, put your finger on that air hole, want your wrist back. That's what you want to do. So spin yourself the basketball, grab it, and snap it to that spot. Grab it and snap it to that spot. Don't just take it in lazily. You want to take it off and you want to snap it off. Snap it hard to that spot right above your knee. Okay, so with our kids, summer camps, whether they're kindergarten, first grade, second grade, all the way up, we will practice spinning the basketball and snapping to their point A. Alright? So we're working on ball handling, passing, triple threat, pivot work. We have them all just catch the ball and swing it into point A so that no matter what they do, they always get into point A. And anyone that's ever coached basketball knows triple threat is what you want all kids to do. It's just another way for them to think about how to get the triple threat. So point A. Get it down to point A. Second thing now, guys, I want you to face the hoop at any point. I don't care where you are. You're going to spin yourself basketball and make sure when you get to point A now, your knees, toes, and shoulders are square to your hoop. So whatever hoop you're shooting at, no matter how you're moving, just spin it, snap the point A, and make sure all the points are facing the rim. Go ahead and just move around the corner, snap the point A. Now, about making sure you can visibly see the ball get brought from the catch to that point. Another teaching point on this is your elbow. We're going to get into the rest of the shot, but to help kids that are struggling, if you have a player that you're asking them to get to point A, and they shoot the ball, and they come across lazily, or they come across and their elbows out, we teach spin, point A, elbow touches your side. All right, now I know you're ready to shoot. All right, so as you're spinning, forcibly pulling it into point A, elbow touches your side. As we've gone through this, that has been the number one cue that has really gotten our kids to get to where we need them to be with the elbow and wrist on basketball, is when they physically elbow touches their side on the catch. It may hinder them in other areas of the game. I guess I never thought about it. I never broke it down that far. Because I'm really focused on all the players getting that ball to point A. All right, once you're in the point A, and you start to come up, there is a dipping element. So at point A, my knees are bent. Now I'm in triple threat. Now from the point of point A until I get the ball above my head, the wrist should not move. If you've coached any basketball, a lot of kids will catch the basketball, the wrist will be on the top, they'll be starting their motion while they're turning their wrist underneath the basketball. The thing that we found in order for rhythm and momentum to really be consistent, that wrist has to be locked from here all the way through. The only thing that's moving is my knees, my elbows, my shoulders, my back. Those are the only muscles that really should be moving through this. If you have a player that's catching the basketball, going to point A, and you can physically watch their wrist turn, they've taken away any rhythm or momentum that they have. So we've spent a ton of time in our passing drills, our ball handling drills, our pivoting drills, when we catch shot fakes, that we can watch that wrist catches locked, stays locked until we get above your head. Alright? We can use any of the traditional verbal cues, teaching points that have been around, the beef, balance, elbow, eye, all that stuff. I just say, get the basketball underneath. So if I were to take a pole and go to the ball, your wrist, your elbow, your knee, your toe. So I have them freeze a ton in our practices. I have our coaches do a lot of spinning, pivoting, point A, making sure there's no wrist, so that there's no movement in your takeoff. If you can get kids at a young age to do that, the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about will come very easy. Spacing. So we have our basic formation now. How do you space your hand? For years we've been told you should have a little pocket between the ball and the wrist. Or palm of the ball. This system, we don't talk about that. It naturally happens. Great. We're big on spreading your hand out as wide as you can. So when I have basketball and I'm pointing, I want your hand to be as wide as you can. I want that middle finger to be, in essence, on that air hole. And if my hand, the size of my hand, doesn't allow for a pocket between the palm and the ball, we're okay. Because we're big on the final finishing of the shot. The rhythm, the momentum. I'm moving forward, and I get to these points. And when I finish, we really focus from here on up and down on the step. If you watch Curry, Thompson, Lillard, Middleton, any great shooter in the game of basketball now, no matter whether it's the first quarter or the last second of the game, their snap of the wrist is hard, fast, and consistent. They can be off balance, they can get bumped, but as soon as the ball gets above their eye, when they go from this point to the finish, you can physically see that wrist snap. Is it the same in the first quarter and the fourth quarter? And once you don't have lots of space in your youth practices. So we're going to have one person stand here facing this side of the back. We'll have another person here facing the backboard, and then 3 of you right in front of them. So we have now gotten it, worked on it, we're in our practice portion. We've passed it on, we've spun it over to point A. We have got ourselves balanced. We've worked on bringing the ball up and down through shot fake practice, making sure the wrist doesn't move. And now we want to get into the snap portion before we get into any game-like movements. And how we do this is we line them up on the side. The kids that are on the side of the backboard, we only let them use their shooting. So this guide hand is off the basketball. We tell them, put your elbow, touch your elbow to the side of your body, get the ball by your eye, get that wrist back as if you're going to be serving food at the local restaurant. And now your goal is to spin the basketball up and hit the side of the backboard right in the middle. And this is one way we teach our players to self-correct. So this gentleman just did this, and this is the side of the backboard. So we tell them a perfect shot, perfect release, perfect snap, and put the ball with a good spin right into the side of the backboard. If his basketball goes to the left, that means they move their elbow out. If the basketball goes to the right, that means you move the elbow in. All right, so the next time you go, you self-correct. We come back to that 45-degree, 11-inch data that Noah gives us, and we tell them, if I were, and we say this even for kids that are in 3rd grade. Our 3rd graders, when we do this, we make them line up no further than this. We have them use their form. We make them go down deeper with their legs versus an older player. But our goal is that basketball, if I were to freeze it at its top frame, should be equal with the backboard at some point. So this gentleman here, if he's shooting, he's trying to get that ball to come down onto the thing. He's trying to drive the ball above the backboard and still have it come on its way down, hit the side of the rim, or the side of the ball. So you want to shoot it higher, push it up higher. Yep. And on the way down is where he wants to get it. So now when he takes his, for us, when they come up further, if they're constantly thinking on getting the arc to be at its highest point, equal with the backboard to come down, he gives himself a better chance of shooting the ball long or shooting a soft shot. People that are in front or on the side, they're going to take the ball from point A. So you have to start at point A. Yeah. And all they're going to do is they're going to start with their foot back. They're going to step in, dip, come up, shoot, and their goal is to make a perfect basket. So they want to get good rotation, nice high arc, and they want to go through the rim without it touching the back of the rim. So the 3 of you are going to have to go in a rotation so you don't hit each other's basketball. You 2 can go at the same time. All right, so who wants to start? You got it? Okay. So if this touch the rim, that will not count within the contest. So these 2 are working on self-correction. These 3 are working on arc to that perfect shot. Arc to the perfect shot. And now, what you're going to see here is if you watch any of the gentlemen that are using both hands, we'll sit back and watch what the right hand does. Because that leads us into our next step. So we have kids, this is a youth practice starting drill. They take their shoes off, get changed while they're waiting for their teammates. This is what our program requires all the kids coming to the gym to do. They do 5 on the backboard, they do 10 in front, they do 5 on the other backboard. And they just rotate around. So once these guys are done with 5, they move around and they somersault around. Okay? So let's do a nice job, guys. Pretty basic stuff. Those are things everyone in some form. The data, the Noah, the dip, the arc, with just little cues we use to maybe make them think about it. It's not a lot different than anything else that's ever been discussed on how to shoot basketball. Where we really get into some things different, and we're, I think, watching a lot of basketball is because of how many games kids play, has become harder, is getting the guide hand off the basket. So, one of the things we utilize, we have each kid in our program has one as a shooting strap. So I'm going to go through how we use the shooting strap. I'm also going to show one group. If you can't afford shooting straps, or it's not something you think kids would keep around, we also can use a quarter. So this group, we're going to have them put the shooting strap on. I'll get you set up in a second. This group is going to take a quarter. We're going to give them a quarter. Each of you needs a quarter. And now our whole goal here is to take the guide hand out of the shot. All right, so to take the guide hand out of the shot, the shooting strap group, the shooting strap's going to naturally just pull the guide hand out. So I'm going to help you get set up. The shooting strap's going to go on your weak hand. Now there, you're going to take the quarter and put it between your palms. You're going to pinch it like this. You have to stay together. All right, so you're going to be doing the basketball. All right, so you're going to, this again, can't. Get a strap, the quarter will do the same. When we want to get to this point of your shot, the guide hand should be facing the sky. The thumb should not be turned into the basketball. The strap will naturally just pull the thumb up. So when these guys are shooting, we're going to find out, right now, these five are going to find out how much their weak thumb has been involved in their shot. It's going to be, doesn't, because they're not going to notice any difference, or they're going to have comments of, oh, this is weird, my shot goes left, right, and now they're going to find out the natural movement of the shot. Are they directly under the ball with elbow, wrist, and have no involvement of the guide hand? We have them start in lines, the second block, the middle, second line here. 5 minutes, we just have a dip, shoot. Again, we continue to constantly talk about arc, perfect shot. They shoot 2 or 3, then they take 2 big steps back, they shoot 2 or 3 more. All right, so you guys understand what we're doing? They'll shoot 2 or 3 here, they'll shots, that is your, as a coach, that is your chance to talk to them about keeping their thumb away from the basket. So get 2 back. So now we have talked about point A, we've talked about the dip, we've talked about the wrist not moving, and now we get to the most important part of the shot to finish. We're making sure to take in the guide hand out of the shot. So this is all warm-up work. This is all things that we have our kids do before we start practice. If they have time after practice. We have a kid that really is struggling with art. They just don't get good art. This will be one of the things that we'll do to work with them on their art. My cues for people with art is really legs and the dip. Are you dipping? If I were to freeze your shot, millisecond by millisecond, are you dipping, getting good balance, getting good leg action? Can I freeze your basketball at any point in your shot from the beginning to the end, that at some point, it is then higher or as high as the backboard? Those are all things that we will then talk about. And then obviously the whole time that we're watching this, we're watching that wrist. Does it move from point A? Okay? So that's the guide hand portion of it. And now the final piece of it is the snap. We'll have them keep shooting while they go through the snap. The snap of the shot.
Come along, take your hammer and now spread it out wide. Look at your head, go down. You put down. Put your index finger and middle finger together. Actually, everyone I want to pink. That's it moves on to the side. So I'm wide. Put through, I bring it together. My pink, and I get the ball through with my hand. That's natural. That's a natural movement. We want this system. We want index finger and middle finger to be the last 2 things that the ball leaves. Okay? So what's really tough is kids struggle with it until they get a wide hand. And then the last second, those fingers come together to snap out. And you need that from the kids after they get through what the band is doing in the guide hand. That's the next thing they say is the hardest thing in basketball. Those 2 fingers being the final 2 that make the ball move naturally. They want to have all 4 of them now. You can't be a good shooter with all 4 of them in the ball at the same time. So, those are all the things that they go through
With the band on or with the quarter, I'm going to really focus on that.
So pointing in is here, also move. Right hand is on. Fingers to the final 2 that release it.
So that is all of the things that we do for pre-practice for this system. And then in our practice, which I'm going to go to now, is all the different drills we use to really make it more game-like. So, the momentum part of it, one of the things, to help them understand that they are facing the rim correctly, we tell them to focus on the forearm facing the hoop. Alright, so my whole forearm has to face the hoop. If my whole forearm faces the hoop, then naturally my shoulders and hips most likely are in that. Or if I get bumped offline and I have to get a shot off, if we talk about getting that forearm to the hoop, it gives them something visually to think about, to turn it last second, to make sure that they are lining up correctly. So forearm facing the hoop to help them with that as well. We don't teach off-balance shooting, but we both will count our conference, very physical. We're getting bumped all the time. Shooters, depending on who's roughing, get bumped on the way out. So we practice things at the higher level we don't want to do with our youth, where they have to turn and get their forearm to face the rim on that takedown. How we practice the momentum part of it, which is really what is most game-like, is here. Line them up on the elbows. So elbow, because we have extra guys, we go with elbow, elbow. Alright? just the old spinning for momentum. So they're going to spin the basketball, a little 1-2 step in. So they're going to spin it in, they're going to snap at the point A, they're going to take off and shoot. They're going to jump forward. So the whole time the momentum takes them to the basketball. Don't have a shot. The momentum takes them to the basket. All we're doing in this drill is we're standing behind them, making sure they're not jumping left, not jumping right, not jumping backwards. So we keep the bands on, keep the corners, spin yourself a pass, snap the ball to point A, jump at the hoop, finish the shot. Go ahead. Just go right. All right, you guys can all go at the same time. All right, and we would just stand behind them, look for the arm, watch the wrist. And the whole time we have the aids on to help them, to make sure we're keeping the guide hand out. We give them feedback on the arm. Don't want them to stop. So what we don't want to do is spin the ball, stop. We want it to be as daylight as possible, so in, constantly moving forward, whether it's through the jump or the release. Do not want them to like gather, sit, make it a free throw. So it's a 1-2 step in and really focus on the snapping to aim. So you really want them to catch the basketball and go hard to point A. Alright, so that's another basic drill we use. Next one. We want them to spin themselves a pass, jump in the air for a 2-foot catch, snap it into point A. Into their shot. So now you just hit it left or right, jump into your pass, land and point A, elevate and go. So snap, jump 2 foot. So it is literally a 2-foot hop into your shot. It is not a 1-2 step. What we're simulating here, you're a shooter, you're getting chased, you have limited time to get your shot off, you're not going to be able to 1-2 because of the team play, the length is part of it. So we jump into it, land, point A, and this is the one that we experience kids struggle the most, getting the point A quickly. Right? They want to get the point A slow, they don't get the point A, or they get the point A and then they fade away. So we do this to help kids. This is one of the ones our better shooters that the teams are going to chase us. We make these kids do this probably 5 to 7 minutes a night, just so that they learn, I have no second to get my shot off, I can't 1-2, I got to snap it in, I got to land, I got to get in point A, work something, and then I got to jump forward. They're all momentum. Break here, guys. I need that chair. Jay, I need that chair. I'll just show it quickly. And if you have a player that is struggling, the next few drills are just going to be for case scenarios. If you have a player that's really struggling to jump forward, we have them go on a chair. So you're going to get your feet in when you normally shoot. Alright, so if the player is really struggling to have straight momentum forward on the shot, they're jumping left, they're jumping right, we put them in the chair. This is just something we have them do individually on their own. We teach them to rock back, rock forward, just so they get used to that forward momentum. So this would be a drill we use for a player. Yeah, I have 3 kids right now on my varsity, all 6'6" and taller, that when they jump sideways. Don't know how it happened, where it came from. So we're really working hard on them learning to jump square forward. So this is one correct way you can correct a person not jumping forward on their shot. It's also a way to take that chair and move it back, right here. It's also one of the drills we use if a kid is shooting what I call a laser shot. They're literally shooting a ball that just gets over the rim. There's no way that it's getting 45 degrees. So now the individual has to sit on a chair, and they have to get arced to get that ball. They want to have a perfect make. All right, so we would say need a little more arc. That would be our feedback. We're big on feedback. We'll have our teammates work with one another, kind of turn it into competition. So just an aid to utilize if you have a person struggling with momentum, if a person struggling with arc. All right, now where we get into game weight stuff. We want to create as many different game-like situations with this shot that we can. So, what kind of offense you guys are in motion here? All right, so can you do me a favor? Can you give me 2 lines? You can take the bands off now. You can keep the quarters. That's your pay for it. Okay, I can pay or your coach can. All right, so nice. All right, you guys can do the same thing on you. Give me 2 lines. I'm a big believer in practicing shots that your kids are going to see in their system. So whatever system you're running, they need to practice those movements to get their shots off. So if you're over there at the ball, where's your teammates going to be over here? Where are the shots that you're giving your teammates? Okay, so so you won't need the ball. Where is your shooting range? Okay, yeah, right. 3-point shooter, your mid-range shooter. Okay, so how you get into this shot for your system? I'm pretty sure you're not just going to stand and catch it. So show me that. We'll show you an action in this here. So he comes, all right, perfect. So now, exactly like so we do this 2 parts to help our shooters. So take the ball. When you catch the ball off that action, I want to see you physically snap at the point. So go ahead, throw it back. Physically snap at the point. Alright, so I physically see that he's playing. So we start that, we'll then ring to go do a lane. Okay, we won't do it today, but that's how we work on the snap. Then the second time they come through, we know that they're focused on snapping the point A. You're just going to raise up and down. Okay? We have a coach stand behind him, and we're just watching the guy. We have a coach, and we just watch the guy. We know they're snapping the point A. Now we're just watching the guy and making sure that the guy doesn't push the basket. So we do a ton of that. So make sure whatever you're doing as a team, you're having them shoot from shots they're going to get in their system. As a player, we steal the Kobe Bryant montage of pick 4 spots. Kobe Bryant was so good at the game of basketball because he could get to his spots. And if you've done any research or watched anything on Kobe since he's passed, there's a ton of stories that has come up. He shot tens of thousands of shots from here, that elbow, and that way. And when the game was on the line, no matter where he had the basketball, he did not need to make a 3. He found a way, regardless of what the defense was doing, to get to those 4 spots. So we tell kids in our program from 3rd grade and up, pick 4 spots and become so great at those 4 spots, shoot. So 3rd graders, shoot from those spots. 4th graders, dribble into those spots and shoot. 5th, 6th, screen into those spots. So what I want you to do now, where's your favorite 4 spots on the court if I ask you what they were? So right there's one. That's fine. I'm just asking 4 because it's going to have the dribble. Okay. Okay, so here's a drill. You're going to be his partner. The rest of you guys back up. We can have another group going on there. Who's your best shooter? All right, he's your best shooter. All right, some of his passer. 4 spot. Here's the drill. Passer starts on top. The first shot is a catch and shoot. You got to get your rebound, kick it out, get outside the 3-point line, rip to your second favorite spot, get the rebound, pass it outside, make a backdoor cut, a screen cut to your 3rd favorite spot, and then 4 just go like a catch and shoot. So you said your fourth is over there. So you're going to catch and shoot one. You're going to rip to two. You're going to curl cut to three. You're going to go stand at four. Your job is to get the ball into his pocket. All right? Here we go. All right, get to the run. Go fast. Go fast. Catch, rip, get to point spot two. Hey, hurry up, get it up, get it up, get it up. Cut, make a cut to three. Whatever cut you have in your system. And then four, go spot up, go spot up. Alright, so, okay. What I would tell them, this player, is we need to work within our system. Pretty confident. Coach doesn't have you just stand here without being athletic stance the past year, right? So you're going to do some type of action to come away and come back to him. Confident in your conference, coming up and just doing a little dance step to the cut's not going to get you over, right? So what I want, my point in this is, you have four spots, you have to work really hard to get to those spots in game-like situations. So, you got 10. We'll create some little chaos here. Give me two more groups down here. Each of the basketball. One ball each. We have two groups down here. We take one guy to be the shooter. Alright, one guy to be the shooter. So this is now, we went through form, we went through rhythm, we went through momentum, we've talked about the snap of the shot. Now we want to talk about game-like situation. He's ready, Mike, so now it's your turn. Tell him where your four spots are. One of you's going, one of you's passing. Tell him where your four spots are. Tell each other where your four spots are. Remember, first one's a catch and shoot. Second one's a rip to get to your spot. Third is a cut. Fourth is a spot. All game-like. So what I would do, and our coach would be telling them to do now, is to watch the ball handler, the pass. You can't be a great shooter if your teammates always pass you a basketball that's horrible. You can become an average to above average shooter with bad teammate passers if you catch the basketball and snap to eight. So at any point, the shooters, if you get a bad pass, I want to see you physically snap the point eight before you take the shot. If you are going to be a great spot-up shooter, having your feet just standing, you're going to be ready, hands open, upper leg is back so you can step into your shot. Some players, especially in today with how the game's changing, some players will stand back when they know they'll step into it with both feet. You're able to do that, that's awesome. Okay? So now all of you are going to go. Your first shot's a catch and shoot. Second, you're dribbling to your second spot for a pull. Third, you are cutting through your system to the shot. 3 and 4 is a spot. Ball handlers got to work hard to make sure you're making game-like passes. Shooters, you got to work hard, rebound, get the ball out, and cut. So here we go. Are we ready? All right, let's go. Get your rebound, get your rebound. When you're done, you switch so your partner gets a chance to shoot, and then I'll go over some final things here. Make sure you have your hands ready. Make sure you're catching. Make sure you're finishing with momentum at the rim. Get to point A. Snap that as hard as you can. Go ahead, don't go away. Go ahead. Once everything's on there, just go ahead and go basketball for the final piece. Okay, so now that we went through the whole system in a very quick format, we went through how we break it down, how we overlook it. The final piece is reps. And I am a big believer, I stole this from Coach Hickman at Lake Mills, who I've known since our days at Point. Every day in his practice, he either has a 5 to 10 minute segment where a kid literally shoots from the same spot for 5 to 10 minutes. We don't have 5 to 10 minutes, but right now, and I'm sure you can go for a minute. We have some extra time, no. All right, get in a spot where you can shoot for a minute straight and make over half your shots. Okay? Again, it comes back to this pick 4 spots you want to be great at, and now you think about the things we worked on there. When the ball comes, make sure you get the point in. Make sure when you raise up, the wrist doesn't move from point A to above your head. Momentum, you want to be going forward. You don't want to be drifting left, you want to be drifting right, you don't want to be falling back. Foot back on the catch, point A. See how many shots you can make from your one spot in 1 minute. So you have 3 shooters shooting from the same spot for 1 minute. All right, ready? Rebound, work hard. Go. Work hard, rebounder. Work hard, rebounder. Give a good pass. Give a good pass. You can't make shots that don't take. You got to give them lots of reps. Make sure you have that hand wide. Make sure the wrist doesn't move after you get to point A. Make sure you're dipping down to that knee. Step into your shot so you have momentum going forward. Don't be fading backwards. Make sure that chest, that barrel chest moves towards the rim, doesn't lean back. That's all part of momentum. Now 18 seconds, 18 seconds. That's your competition, that's your number to beat. Here we go, next guy, 1 minute. See how many shots you can make from your favorite spot. Go. The loser does let's have the loser do 10 jumping jacks. Here we go. Loser do 10 jumping jacks. Here we go. Alright? You don't really have to do it, but that's fun. So we will end our night in some type of time shooting from one spot. Okay? I understand a lot of what you heard today is probably things you know about or things you do. As I look myself when I go to clinics, if there's one thing you heard today that helps as a visual cue, or you know a player comes to mind that, I have a kid that drifts, doesn't, if one of these drills helps, you help that player, that's awesome. What our staff will do, we film all our practices, and that segment where we have every stream, we'll then watch it, and we'll give feedback to the kids on their catches. Are you getting the point A? You fading? Because kids these days don't believe what they heard, they have to see it on video 90% of the time. If you have that capability as a youth coach, you are ahead of the game. If you don't, I would encourage you at some point during the season to stand on the side and film your players how they shoot and just talk through with them what mechanics they can improve on. I would love to say that all kids listen to their coaches, but you and I both know as a coach in any sport, when you tell them in your hour at practice, they can get in the car and it can be completely obliterated in a second. What did coach say? Or he says, oh, I got it, what's wrong? Video evidence allows you to send that to mom, dad, the kids, so if they really want to be good, they have some type of visual data. I made some packets of what we give our youth coaches. Shooting drills. With a bunch of different shooting drills, we ask our youth coaches to do one of them a night. We ask them to keep it, to not do the same one. Again, we have our summer camps, we have our trials, we do all the band work, the quarter work, the basic stuff in those, and the kids are told when you come to practice, these are the things that are expected of you. And then we do open shooting, and then whoever has open shooting for us, we give them these types of drills to work on. In the end, shooting is about reps. One of the best shooters I ever saw, or was around, was Coach Bennett's son, Nick. He led Stevens Point to the national title. You would think he's a Bennett, he got the greatest shot on earth. He was left-handed and he shot a number. His ball had never spun. Bennett that didn't have a spinning basketball was like seeing a white deer in the woods. But he shot it so often, he practiced it so often that he was a 45% three-point shooter, won them a national title with a number ball and shot. So no matter what your players are doing or what you teach, shooting is all about reps. Find ways to get your kids reps. I understand you guys are working on raising some funds to get some outdoor courts and stuff. That's awesome. Anything you can do to give a kid opportunity to shoot, by all means do so. If you see anything from this kinetic shooter that intrigues you, I encourage you to reach out to Ryan up at the driveway at the People's facility. Obviously, I am a hand-me-down of what his system is, but we believe in it. Shooting is there's never a perfect art to it, but as a coach, if you can give one visual cue to a kid to help them become a better shooter, I think you're doing a service to your high school program. So, thank you for coming out. Hopefully it wasn't a waste of your time. Best of luck to you all this year. Enjoy your seasons and good luck.
Just to wrap up here with our WBCA Youth Clinic, thanks to those of you that came out today. Hopefully you were able to pick up a couple things that you can use with your teams this winter. Certainly, any of us three speakers, if you reach out to us during the year, we're happy to give you more drills, things you can do. If you have questions on something that you're looking for, just ask. I know Coach Rickard would say the same thing. He's happy to help youth coaches from anywhere with anything you need. Those of you that are watching at home, again, thanks for tuning in, and look for those other emails with the videos from the other sites. Remember, you get 15 speakers here through your email, so you'll get links to those videos. All right? Thanks for coming out today. Appreciate it.
Me and my mom sat over there the other day. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, I see. Oh, no, I see. You know, come on.
That's what I mean. We started a few minutes. We have a few people still coming in. Maybe a little late this morning, so. This is sales, right?
So this is supposed to be like everything.
Yeah, I was thinking that we had 3 more sections. Okay, that's one thing.
things are so expensive. They're not even knockoff. Yeah, and you gotta pay shipping and tax. And $45 shipping. Okay. Come on.
All right, let's go ahead and get started here. We have some notes with the mic, so grab that. But I want to thank you all for coming out. I know it's hard to find days that work to get a lot of people together, and obviously it's the weekend and people have stuff going on. So I will be following this up if you have people that aren't here today that are asking about how you get logged in, how you get set up with friends who be talking about here. I'll send out a flyer later today to all of our registered boys players, and Coach Weeski will send it out to the girls side as well, so that people can get involved with logging in and being part of our fundraiser. As I mentioned, in OYB we have, I don't even remember done a fundraiser, at least since I've been here. I don't know the last time the previous coaches ever here when they did. But it kind of came to our attention, some of our high school players and some of our former players said, there's just not a place in town for kids to go play. And it'd be nice to have like a nice fenced in court area that's lit up that kids can go shoot at. They can, go there with their friends and play some games in the summer, or it's nice out, whatever it might be. And so we thought this might be a great way for us to have both our youth program and our high school programs combined and do this fundraiser and see if we can at
least get the project kick-started a little bit. You know, I don't know, we got to go through a long list of paperwork with the city to even get this under consideration by city council. But once we get that approved and we can find a site, I think the money we raise will be enough to at least get the project started. And we're hoping by next spring or summer to get this off the ground. This is just kind of the initial part of it. I will say I've had conversations with business owners in the area, including our downtown business group, that they're going to donate some money toward this project. We have some other business owners that want to get involved once they see what it's going to kind of be like. So I think there's some really good community support, and I think, as long as we're doing our part, we're kind of pushing with this the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I think there'll be some legitimacy to this project, and we can hopefully get things moving the right way. So with that being said, if you do have questions, I'll stick around after, but I'm going to turn it over to Brandon Sprague. He's with Leading Edge Fundraising. We're working through them, and ultimately, we're not asking people to sell cookie dough and pizza and all this other stuff. It's one item. We're selling stainless steel tumblers with our basketball logo on them. You also can get, I think Major League Baseball on colleges